Hi. Good morning. I'm getting a little bit of a late start this morning. I was up late, so sleepy. But let's get started. Okay. Where are we? What do I feel like today? No. No. Yeah, actually, I freaking love this song. Oh, I keep forgetting. All right, where's my boopy doop? Boopy doop. Hi. Hi. All right. Eternally. I've been loving you all time. You ain't even gotta worry about a thing. I got you, babe. Ain't nobody taking me away. It's not a game. I'm here to stay. Our love is stronger than any drug. Addicted, just can't get enough. Every time I'm with you, I want some more. Just close the door and let's explore each other. I know you got me as I can breathe eternally. Stopping you and me as I can breathe eternally. Don't care what no one has to say. They don't understand us like we do. I need you near me night and day. Together there ain't nothing we can't do. Be up and we can go to that little spot where no one knows. A little time just us alone. You can caress my body and never let go. I know you've got me as I can breathe eternally. Seriously? With the double courage? Okay. Loving you a long time. Loving you a long time. I buy just cause. Just love you in the nude. I can't help but love T.I. I just love this country ass. Expeditiously. I'm sorry. Where my heart's really at. But you wanna waste time with one of them silly cats. Gon' be my guest, though I don't suggest. It's just so hard to get love like this. Don't want another, ain't no never be another. Can nobody do what you do? Nobody. No. Can nobody love me like you do? Hey, I love you long as I can breathe, and you got me. I'll be loving you long time. Is that an actual split? Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, you like it, shorty. I know you like it, shorty. Okay, hold on. So I have to concentrate because this looks like a split, but there's also places in this deck that are kind of naturally split. So I just want to see what this is. Okay, that's why. All right, because it was one from yesterday that wasn't right. Okay, which means all of them weren't. So fuck, I'm sorry. This is gonna bother me. I gotta find my other ones that are not right. Long as I can breathe, and you got me. Okay, now let's do this again after we find next song. Oh, absolutely. I had no choice but to hear you. You stated your case time and again. I thought about it. You treat me like I'm a princess. I'm not used to liking that, yeah. You ask how my day was. I keep forgetting. You've already won me over in spite of me. And don't be alarmed if I fall head over feet. And don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. Your love, okay, is thick and you swallow me whole. You're so much braver than I gave you credit for. That's not lip service. You've already won me over in spite of me. And don't be alarmed if I fall head over feet. And don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. You are the bearer of unconditional things. You held your breath and the door for me. Thanks for your patience. You're the best listener that I've ever met. You're my best friend with benefits. What took me so long? I've never felt this healthy before. I've never wanted something rational. I am aware now. I am aware now. You've already won me over in spite of me. And don't be alarmed if I fall head over feet. And don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. You've already won me over in spite of me. And don't be alarmed if I fall. We're getting better, guys. Head over feet. And don't be surprised if I love you for all that you are. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault. Oh, na, na, Yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay. Yeah, this will be the last one because I gotta straighten all this up. Again! You were all I wanted. All my dreams are falling down. Okay, this is my right margin. Crawling around, somebody save me. Let your warnings break right through and save me. I don't care how you do it. Stay, stay. Come on, I've been waiting for you. I see the world as holding your heart. Right. I feel the waves crash down inside and pull me under. I would give you anything you want. All I wanted, all my dreams are falling down. Crawling around, somebody save me. Let your warnings break right through and save me. I don't care how you do it, just stay, stay. Come on, I've been waiting for you. All my dreams are on the ground. A lot of splits today. I like this one. Running around, somebody save me. Let your warnings break right through and save me. I don't care how you do it, just stay with me. I made this whole world shine for you. Stay, come on, I'm still waiting for you. Okay, good bliss list today. All right, let's get started. Whew. Okay, phone over here for the not disturbings. Okay, we got a lot going on here. We got a lot to cover. I'm very excited. These are going to be more reedy cards, but they're in the way right now. And plus, we got this one yesterday. So we're going to put these off to the side and come back to them at the end. Now, what we've got, starting out with Sacred Destiny, we are starting out with courage, blessings, and trust. Okay. And and honestly, on the other sides of that, with the divine energy, we've got make necessary sacrifices and ask with sincerity. Okay, we're in it now. We're in crunch time, and I don't want it to sound. I know it sounds extreme, and I know it sounds almost like anxiety producing, panic worthy, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is we are finally in the sphere, the realm of being able to get what we want, to create our lives, to create our reality. It's already started. It's already starting. It's happening like right now. Things are falling into place and aligning for you, and you're clear and you're focused, and you know what you need to do, and you know what you want to do, and you're going for it. And let me just, I'm sorry. Okay, good. I okay, good. That's all I gotta say. So we're there now. This step though takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage because it's scary to think that you can have everything that you want. It really is. If you're in a position right now where you're like, no, trust me, when you get to the place where it's like, holy shit, I think all of this might actually happen for me. And I did it. You know, that I think that's the scary part because even with doing the inner work, there's that potential for doubt, of doubting yourself. And I feel like a lot of you are kind of at that stage where it's you've gotten to trust yourself and trust your intuition, but now that you're actually seeing it work for you, you're like, literally, you're like, no one man should have all that power, you know? And so it makes you worry, but that power has always been our birthright. That's always been a part of us. It's why and how we are here. That spark of power that lets you breathe, that gives you life, that also gives you all of these choices. It gives you the courage. It gives you the ability to trust. So while we're in this stage, remember, still ask for the things that you want. Even when you see things are falling into place for you, don't stop asking for things you want. Now, don't beat a dead horse and be like, hey, that thing. If you see things are working out, then cool, let them work it out and let it flow and all of that stuff. But continue to ask for things that you want, because here's the thing, we're never going to stop wanting, because we're here to enjoy and explore and to discover and all of this stuff. And you can't do that without going and being and doing. So everything that you go and be and do needs to be in alignment with what you actually truly want. So constantly ask for the things that you truly want in your heart and soul with sincerity. Be willing to sacrifice for it. And when I say sacrifice, I'm not only talking about, having to let certain things or people or situations go in order to move forward. Right now, and I'm not talking about that. Yes, that is a sacrifice, and it definitely takes courage. But what I'm talking about is to make the sacrifice of not needing it all right now. Make the sacrifice of not needing even to know how it's going to work out. Just cool. All right, that thing happened. Do I need to chill, or do I move forward? Do I progress, or do I lay back, and let your intuition guide you on that. So underneath it, immediately you get valiant courage. Take action with passion. That is also one of those necessary sacrifices. So often it is scary to take the next step or the next move or to level up or to push yourself further. Like it's scary to do that, because when you realize the power that you have and you see it working, you also realize that, okay, that means it's all on me. And your ego would love to creep in that moment and be like, yeah, but what if you're wrong? Yeah, but what if you can't do it? Yeah, but what if you fail? And shut that down immediately. Okay, you're not going to fail. You're doing great. You're doing wonderful. But sometimes the sacrifice is having to make that next step. Sometimes that sacrifice is openness and honesty and being vulnerable and allowing others to see pieces of you and to allow things and people and ideas and concepts into your heart. That can be very scary. So it does take courage. Now, that's coming up right next to that self-love, which is another thing that takes a lot of courage and is a sacrifice, because especially if you're somebody like me, if you live for making others happy and not in the people pleasing way. Wait a minute, I just realized there's less lights. Hopefully y'all can still see everything, but there we go. More light on the subject. So with self-love, a lot of times it's like, okay, I want to make sure everybody else is good, because I know me, and I know no matter what happens, I know I'm gonna be good, right? But a lot of times I end up putting myself in bad positions, or in stressful positions, because I've overgiven or over, thought or over analyzed and all of this stuff. So a lot of times my self-love, I worry that if I'm not constantly on the job, if I'm not constantly on and at my best and saying the right thing and doing the right thing and making the right intention, and if I'm not like just constant, then the things that I want will pass me by. The things that I really need and want to experience in this life will just leave, because that's what I've been used to. So it's very hard for me a lot of times to have that self-love for myself, to be like, you know what, right now I don't feel like it, or right now I can't do this, or right now I'm just not in a place where I can do this in a healthy way, and to know that about myself. So like, for an example, let's just take like a friendship. I know I'm the lover of love, but we're not going to do like relationships. We're just going to take a friendship. Like, so let's say that you're friends with somebody, or it's somebody you kind of just met. And for me, if something comes up and that person wants to hang out or do something or go somewhere, and I know that I am on E, with my energy and everything, it's so hard for me to be like, actually not tonight, because in my mind, I've got to lock this down. I've got to solidify this relationship. I've got to let them know that I care. And if I flake out now, they're going to be like, oh, she's, she doesn't even, like, all the stuff that would go through my mind, I'm projecting onto them. And so there's an urge to not take care of myself in order to try to make sure that this person knows that I do care about them and do want to spend time with them and do, enjoy their company. So that's where that could be a sacrifice. Like, your own self-care and self-love can be a sacrifice. It feels like a sacrifice to you, because you think on the other side of that, you won't get what you want or need out of life. So let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. It takes courage. It really does. So transformation. This card had been following me for like weeks. It was a good 3 weeks. A fresh new way of living emerges. This card, Phoenix Rising, this card kept coming out in my daily spreads, and I kept getting the message of, the way that you're used to doing things, you can't do that anymore. And I come on here every day. I go on Instagram every Tuesday, and I tell people, like, you get to create the reality that you want, the life that you want. And as a collective, we create the world around us. So do you like the world exactly the way that it is? If your answer is no, then why are you still doing the same thing over and over again? Why are you still reacting in the same ways? Why are you still using the same coping mechanisms? Why are you still using the same modes of communication? Why are you still, treating people this way or treating yourself this way? If you want a change, if you want a difference, you've got to start being that change. So this card is so important. A fresh new way of living emerges, not a fresh new way of talking or moving, or a fresh new way of living, like all of your life. And I radically did that. I changed up everything, and it was like, I need to start living my day-to-day the way that I would want to live it after I have all of these things. And to the best of my ability, that's what I'm doing. Now, I love that we have blessings up here and then rainbow blessings right here. Blessings are showering in your life. Trust, y'all. Seriously, trust. We've got grief over here. Tears are what happen when the ice melts, the ice in the heart melts. Okay, now with this grief, I'm going to take the statement and not the keyword because there's nothing about grief in this spread. Tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. When you do the work, when you do these things, when you have the courage to love yourself, to go after the life that you want with the knowledge that you pursuing the life that will make you happiest will uplift everything and everybody around you, even if they can't see it. And honestly, if they can't see it, those people will no longer be around you. That's the whole beauty of it. By you walking authentically and being who you are, anybody who has a problem with who you actually are will find their way out, their own way out. And you can ask for that, ask with sincerity. You can ask for that. Okay, that's where grief comes in. Thank you. Okay, you can ask for that to be easy, effortless, and quick. You can ask that. In fact, if there is someone that you know you need to release, there we go. I don't want to say walk away from or anything like that. If you know there's someone that you need to release to be able, for them to be able to move however they want to. Because here's the thing, when we say release, it doesn't mean you're throwing someone away. It doesn't even mean you're walking away from them. What it means is you have stopped holding on so tight, because when you hold on so tight, they can't move freely. They can't move freely. And you don't want to restrict anyone any more than you would want to be restricted. So you simply release and allow them to move freely in the way that they need to and want to for their life, because their life is theirs, not yours. Your life is yours, not theirs. We got to get some separation between what we're doing as far as our lives. Like, let people live and then you also live, and we'll see who's around us, because who is around us when we're living our true authentic life, who is around us, those are our people. And a lot of times, yeah, you're going to have to grieve the loss of some people, but it may not be forever. Everybody's got their path. They also got their timing. We are masters of time and space. So it's not just where you're going, but it's also the timing in which you're going. Everybody runs a marathon at their own pace. So sometimes you're going to be running beside people, and then you're going to look over and there's someone else there. And maybe that person fell behind, or maybe that person went a little bit further ahead, and maybe you'll meet up again. But what you don't do is slow yourself down, and you don't give yourself a heart attack trying to catch up and keep up with someone else. You go at your own pace. And here's the thing, when that happens, when you start to see, hey, I'm being me, and these are the people around me, you might grieve the people that have left. It won't have to be forever. And honestly, you are going to be so happy with who's around you, because once you're surrounded with people that love you for who you are, the feedback that you get is very different. So when you surround yourself with the people that you're holding on tight to, even when maybe, the relationship has reached a season that is winter, things need to kind of like cool off, whatever. But when you're surrounded by this, your feedback is very different. People are struggling. It's like have you ever tried to hold a cat with your bare hands and like keep it contained? Painful, right? Because you're not allowing it to move freely. So when we're there, we're getting all this feedback. We're getting, the scratches and the growls and the hisses, because we are trying to keep people where they are not naturally. And all of us knows what that feels like. You know what that feels like when someone is trying to keep you in a place that you don't belong. Don't do that to other people. So release them and allow that, because once you allow people to move freely, the people that will love you will gravitate towards you. And here's the thing, because you've released everything, they actually have the space to move in close, and you will feel nothing but the sun on your face. And I tell you what, you're going to cry. I did. I had a day where I cried from like 12:30 to 5:30 in the morning. And it was because I was so incredibly happy. I felt like I was on the right track. I felt like things were working out. I felt like everything was actually going to be good. And it was exciting and scary, and my heart was pounding, and I felt like I might have a heart attack. But also, actually, you know what it felt like? That night into the morning, I felt like the ending of Kill Bill 2. Like just on the bathroom floor, crying, sobbing, laughing uncontrollably, complete euphoria. That's how I felt. And it was the most amazing feeling. And so when I see Tears Are What Happened when the ice in the heart melts, that's exactly what happened. Because I was like, I don't even know why I'm crying right now because everything is awesome. But I needed to release all of that. I needed to release all of that. So what else do we have? Individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth School. That's our marathon. You have your own personal pace. You have your own personal timing. You have your own personal gear that you need to wear. You know, you got your when you're running a marathon, it has to be a very individual experience. You have to have the right shoes. You can't wear that person's shoes, you know, because we're going for 26 miles. Like you gotta you got to wear the right shoes. You got to wear comfortable clothing. You got to wear the right underwear. Like all of this has to be individual to you. So does this life journey. You know, you've got to figure out your soul combination. I'm going to have to bring that back. Okay. That's a thing that I came up with years ago. Unlocking your soul combination. Okay. So that's the thing that's coming back. Okay. Stay tuned. We've got guidance over here with when you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. It's the difference between feeling like you're in a rocket hurtling toward, you know, just full on Apollo 11, Apollo 13. God, it's been so long since I've seen the movie. I have to watch that movie. Full on Apollo 13, right? Where it's like you have one shot and you got to hit that mark exactly and you have zero guidance system. Like terrifying, right? Now imagine you have the moon in your window and that's going to be your fixed star. Something that's unmovable, something that's unshakable, something that will not let you down. All you got to do is follow it. And that's the same as your intuition. All you got to do is follow it. It will take you where you're going and it's going to be right and it's going to feel good and it's going to save everything. You know, you got air spirit here with knowledge next to the guidance, of course. So your inner knowing, your insighty intuition, that's your knowledge. It brings you that enlightenment, the forest temple here. You got ancient oak spirit with strength. Trust in yourself. Trust in your own knowledge. Trust in your own intuition. Trust in the journey that you've got so far. You may not know everything, and there's an urge, you know, there's a metaphysical spiritual urge to know everything right now. So you know you're making the right decision, and knowledge has to unfold, you know, just like the leaves of any plant. It has to unfurl, right? So trust in where you are in your journey, the amount of enlightenment that you have. It's enough. It's 123% enough to get you to that next step. Be strong, have that courage to trust yourself, right? So down here, okay, we're gonna start with your divine beloved. So you've got sacred self. I know I am love. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows my true worth in every moment. Let me experience that I am love. My own sacred self will always draw kindred spirits. Okay, that's what we're talking about with the grief and letting people go. Like your kindred spirits will flock to you. And I'm telling you, it will be seamless. That is what is meant by divine timing and divine planning. It's not like, oh, all of this stuff is laid out ahead of time and you have no choice or whatever. No, it's about being able to move with life and things happen seamlessly. So there's not a period of time where, you know, everyone is leaving you and then you have no one and nothing. And then, you know, all of a sudden maybe one person comes. No, it's that seamless transition of, hey, you know, I haven't heard from such and such. Oh, but I met this person, and it's able to fill in the gaps, you know, like Mr. DNA. It's able to fill in the holes that as you're walking. So like Wile E. Coyote, as you're walking off the cliff, it's filling the ground underneath you. You just have to keep your eye fixed on your guidance system and no looking down, no looking off to the side. Know that every step that you take, the ground will be under your feet. Okay? So there's that. Then we've got Success and transformation. Success in what? We're going to put that right there. But also rise with the other phoenix. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this right there. Ba-bam. Okay. Now, you also got, come here, and don't mess up the grid. Thank you. Celebrate your wins. We little chicken. Celebrate your wins. A little rooster, I should say. Oh, that's what it is. It is a rooster. Celebrate your win. Crow loudly. Toot your own horn. Beep. Just, yes. Shout out all the things that are good. Even if it's in you, it doesn't have to be on social media. It doesn't have to be to anybody else. You can just do it out loud with yourself. Like, gratitude is a thing. And I'm telling you, be grateful. Every single thing that happens that's even marginally good, be grateful for the marginally good. Just be like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I would also like this, ask with sincerity. But seriously, be grateful for every small win that comes your way, because they add up and they pile up and they become big. They become big to where you get to that point where all the ice in your heart melts. Yeah. So you also have lead your metamorphosis. That's where the courage comes in. That's where the take action with passion comes in. This is your journey. This is your process. This is what you're here for. You're here to do this, to experience this, to discover and explore this lifetime. So who else is it up to? Who else is supposed to lead this? You are the leader of your own life. You are the captain now. So however it is that you're going to transform, however you're going to change, however you're going to rise, however you're going to succeed, these blessings, however you're going to move forward with courage, however you're going to love yourself more and be an individual, and however you're going to be strong and have this knowledge, and however you're going to do that, it will be up to you. And you need to do it in the way that feels the best. That's the happiest for you. That's going to, push you a little bit, get you to your edge, but it's your job to lead that. And you have everything you need. You have everything you need. You are everything you need. Okay, I like that. Okay, so let's get to your African goddess and your Isis. We got Ayazan again with miracles. That chapter 42 coming through strong. We've got these for your artwork. I love this card. This came up like a few days ago, I think. Proper burial for freedom. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us. The cards be carding, y'all. Seriously. Okay? Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. Be free, my birdies. Be free, my birdies. Rise. If we burn, we still fucking rise. Okay? This is your other card. Hopefully it's focused. And we've got Portal of Light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. We are the masters of time and space, y'all. Your girl is on it today. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about with this strength, with this trust and that courage. It can feel very ungrounding. It can feel like you're out on a limb. It can feel like you're literally out on a cliff and you're trying to reach for something that's over dead air. And it can feel very scary, like, all right, this is the thing that's going to topple me. If I try to reach for this thing, if I try to reach for what I want, if I try to reach for the life that I want, everything's going to fall apart. And the only thing that's going to fall apart are the things that are not in alignment with that. And it's falling apart. It's to rip apart, to build again. My world. Transmissions. Okay. Shit. God, it's in my head now. Maybe you, all right, you might get a bonus. You might get a bonus song. I don't know. Because it's in my head now. But everything is, okay. Minecraft. Everything that's being broken apart is the energy from that is being collected so you can build what it is that you actually want. So don't be afraid of the things that seem like they're falling apart, that seem like they're going away, that seem like even they might be rejecting you. Everything that is being ripped apart in your life. And that's why it's important to make the necessary sacrifices, do the self-love, have the courage to move, because that's what creates that seamlessness of it, you know? So everything that's being broken up, it's going to be so seamless that as soon as this thing is kind of feels like it might be crumbling, something else is coming up. And you just keep moving toward that something else, because that's the thing that you want. That's what you actually want, right? And it's going to be good. No matter what, the ground where you stand is solid. So, Jesus, okay. So imagine you are standing at the top of this tall tower, and it's just a single tower, like literally under your feet and nothing else around you. Things are crumbling and being built all around you. What does not fall, what does not crumble, and here's the thing, it does not, as long as you are focused on that. What does not crumble is what's beneath your feet. That's where the self-love and the sacrifice and the courage comes in. That knowledge, that enlightenment, the knowledge, the enlightenment, and the strength. That's where that comes in. To know that no matter what's going on around me, I still have solid ground beneath my feet. And that's the only thing that I need. And it's also the only thing I can control. So that is what your part is in the co-creation. That is what is meant by co-creating. You do your part. You tend to your tower and your feet and where you're standing, and knowing that you are on solid ground, and you do whatever you have to, self-love, with the courage, with the trust, sacrifices, asking, letting go, transforming, all of that stuff you do to keep yourself on solid ground where you're standing. Don't worry about what's in front of you. That's in the future. Don't worry about what's behind you. That's in the past. Don't worry about this peripheral, because that's just bullshit. You stay where you are, and then you take one step, and every one step that you take, you stay grounded in your each individual step. And that's all you need. Everything will be built up around you. So, where's my song? This is also going to change my whole, which is fine. That's what bliss listing is all about. M. I don't know why I know why it takes me to the other letter, because my fingers are not that small. There we go. Oh, Bluetooth. Boop-a-doop. Ooh. All right, that's a better bliss list, actually. Okay. So I'm going to have this, play me off, Johnny. I'm going to clean up my stuff. Enjoy. And I'm going to give you a smudge before we leave. It's my time. What truth will I find in my world? It's my world. I'm lost in my world. beautiful day.